Have you ever seen someone who tried to harm another only to destroy themselves in the process? Today's story is a reminder that beauty is more than what we see in the mirror, and that greed always carries a heavy price. Welcome to Guiding Glow Tales. Let us begin. In a quiet village, in a small, humble cottage, lived a mother and her 3 daughters. But the rules in this house were very strange. There was Nita, the stepdaughter, who was as kind as she was hardworking. And then there were her stepsisters, Mia and Ruby, who were as lazy as they were vain. Nita was like a princess in a tragedy. Before the roosters even crowed, she was fetching water, scrubbing floors, and cooking over the hot fire. Meanwhile, Mia and Ruby slept until noon, dreaming of riches. Their mother never scolded them. Instead, she would whisper,
Nitu,
"My darlings were
I
born
told
to
you
be
to clean
queens,
this floor
not to
properly.
work."
Are you even listening to
And
me?
to Nita,
Sweep
she
harder.
was
It is
cruel,
still dirty.
mocking her simple looks and telling her that her life would never be more than misery.
One evening, after many weeks away, the father returned from the city market. For Mia and Ruby, he brought shimmering, expensive gold bangles. The 2 sisters squealed with delight, dancing around the room and mocking Nita.
You're back.
But for
What
Nita,
did you bring
the
us?
father reached into his pocket
Hello, my
and
dears.
pulled out a simple
I have
crimson
a
ribbon.
surprise for you.
The stepmother laughed out loud. A ribbon? For her? As if a piece of silk could ever make her beautiful. Nita didn't say a word. She took the ribbon with a grateful smile and tied it into her dark hair. And then, something strange happened. The love she felt for her father and the purity of her heart made her glow. The simple ribbon looked more beautiful on her than any gold ever could. She didn't know it then, but that small ribbon was about to change her destiny.
The story took a sudden turn when a wealthy merchant visited the village. He was seeking a bride for his son, but his requirements were unusual. He said, "I do not want a doll made of makeup. I want a woman who is diligent, patient, and whose heart is as clear as a mountain stream." The father invited the merchant to their home for tea. When the news reached the sisters, the house turned into a battlefield. The mother and her daughters decided they had to win this chance at any cost. Mia and Ruby went to the market and bought a magic beauty cream from a traveling stranger. They were told that one application would make their skin as fair as snow and their faces as perfect as a dream. Blinded by greed, they smeared a thick layer of the chemical cream on their faces before bed, ignoring the stinging and the smell. They went to sleep, dreaming of silk robes and golden crowns. The next morning, disaster struck. When Mia and Ruby looked into the mirror, they let out a scream that shook the house. Their faces were not perfect. They were bright red, swollen, and covered in painful bumps. The magic cream had burned their skin, making them unrecognizable. Just then, the merchant arrived. The mother tried desperately to hide her daughters behind thick veils, but it was no use. The merchant saw their desperation and their vanity, and he shook his head in disappointment.
Don't ask.
But just as he was about to
so
leave,
ashamed, Mother.
Nita entered the
We didn't mean
room
for
with
it to
tea.
happen.
She
I
wore
know.
a simple dress
I just
and that
wish you had
crimson
thought about
ribbon
the
in her hair.
consequences.
Her grace, her calm spirit, and her natural beauty took the merchant's breath away. He stood up and said, "I have found her. My son does not need an arrogant puppet. He needs a woman of character. She is the one." The stepmother and her daughters could only watch in silence and shame. The trap of greed they had set for themselves had ruined their chance forever, while Nita, with her kindness and patience, won a life of happiness.
Remember, friends, greed is a bottomless pit that exhausts the person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching satisfaction. Real beauty lives within. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video and subscribe to Guiding Glow Tales. Tell us in the comments, have you ever met someone blinded by vanity? Until next time, stay humble and stay kind. Thank you.